Good morning. Good morning. Gee, it's great to start your day with coffee with Karma today. Today, we're going to, this is what we're going to do. We're going to head off to the Batcave because it's that time. And we're going to turn on the Batcomputer and we're going to get 5 bat tips on how you can be a better writer. Like I've been saying all month, this month until this coming Monday, all my episodes of Coffee with Karma are inspired by TV shows that first aired the year that I was born because Monday is my birthday. And on that day, I'll be coming at you with some tips from Star Trek. But today is inspired by the 1966 TV show Batman. And let's go ahead and head into the Bat Cave, turn on the Bat Computer, and head into getting our tips. My name is Carma Spence, and I help executive coaches, business leaders, and consultants write, publish, and market their client attracting books so that they can grow their business. So, first bat tip is holy bat gadgets. Yes, it's your writing toolkit. Now, there are 2 kinds of tools that I'm talking about here. There's the actual, like, physical tools, like maybe your favorite pen or pencil or, gadgets, a notepad, physical things that you use to literally write. It could be your keyboard. I have this really cool Logitech Bluetooth that I can attach to 3 different devices, and all I have to do is switch a little thing, and it switches over to the other device, which is really cool. It's one of my favorite gadgets. Plus, on top of that, I'm very tactile, and it's got haptics in it, which I will be talking about in a future episode of The Author Switch, but basically, haptics is when the gadget, like, touches your back. So, this has, like, a nice little I like the way it goes clickety click click. I'm weird that way. Anyway, so there's the physical gadgets that you use to become a better writer, but there's also the like software tools. So there's Microsoft Word and Hallelujah for its editor function. There's Grammarly, which helps you be better at grammar. And then there's brainstorming tools such as ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. There's research tools such as Perplexity. AI has been great for helping me get back in my time and to ideate. It's one of the few times I like using the word ideate more quickly. My brain works really fast, but sometimes because it's so fast, it like trips over itself. And having the AI kind of focus me has been brilliant. And there's lots of other tools like that. Second bat tip, the bat signal of inspiration. So you always want to cultivate a mindset that will easily respond to creative ideas when they appear. And you never know when that will happen. I get creative ideas by reading other people's work, like reading books, reading magazine articles. I remember there is it's a book of Mexican science fiction. I think it's Three Somethings and a Something. It's not Three Weddings and a Funeral, that's a comedy movie. But no, it's something like that. I did review it on my Genre Traveler, blog, so I will put a link to it. But basically, I remember that I was reading through it and there was like a phrase. There was a phrase in the book, I'm like, "Ooh," and suddenly my brain just kinda went off in this whole completely different story inspired by this one little phrase that, of course, I've got written down somewhere in notes. I don't keep it in my head because there's just too many things in my head to keep it there. So, I have files and files of, like, creative inspiration that whenever I feel like, "Gee, I need to write something, but I don't know what to write about," I can go into that well of ideas that I've had before. In fact, that's one of my tools is my well of ideas, or I can go to AI and ask, "Hey, I wanna put this idea with this idea. Can you give me 5 more ideas of how I would do that?" It works. Bat tip number 3, the Batcave of Creativity. That means create a creative space. Now, this can be something that's static, like you have a little corner in a room, or that's where you do your work. Or it can be something mobile, like you've got like a little attache or even a paper bag. It doesn't matter, but it's got all the things you need in it. Could be a backpack. I've got a really cool padded backpack that's actually specifically built so that you can take your laptop on airplanes. All you have to do is unzip it, unfold it like that, and it goes through TSA really easily without you having to take the computer out and take all it's just there. Just unzip, fold it open, run it through. Easy peasy. Get it back, fold it up, zip it closed, done. Great. And that's like my mobile writing. So when I'm on the road, I put my laptop in there, and in one of the other pockets, I've got pens and notepads, and basically, I've created my own little mobile creative space. And you can do the same. You can do the same. Bat tip number 4, bat clues. So, Batman's always looking at clues to solve the crime. Well, you can be open to find the clues to your creative path. Y Creativity can be found in the details. So, observe your world, look for clues to your creativity. So, an exercise I like to do sometimes is, okay, you make and this one I learned from a mentor, so I'm not gonna take credit for it, it's not mine, but I've kind of riffed off of his initial idea. But basically, you create an you jot down or you focus on an observable fact in the world. And then you go, what's underlying that fact? Or how does that fact affect the future? And it's like, and this is something I've done with my fiction for years too, is like, okay, so we've just invented Chat GPT. What are the implications for the future? And then you sort of think about it. It's like a thought experiment. And when you observe these realities, these things in your environment, and think about what caused it, what will it cause, how is it affecting things in current time, you can come up with some really fascinating, sometimes even deep ideas that your audience is hungry to hear from you. And bat tip number 5, the back computer and creative research. So there's your typical research. You go on to Google and you Google it. Well, now they are coming up with their own version of these things. You can sometimes use tools like Chat and Claude and Gemini, but they will sometimes hallucinate and give you inaccurate information, so you need to check everything. I've discovered Perplexity.ai. Oh, I'm loving that particular software, and they have a pro mode. I mean, you can pay for pro mode and have pro mode all the time, or you get 5 pro searches a day, which for me is sufficient because I don't do that much research into unless I'm deep into a project, and then I can always spread it over a few days. But it not only looks on the internet, does the research for you, summarizes it, but it gives you citations with links. So you can, number 1, you can easily check what they're saying. And number 2, you can go deeper on that question by reading the source material. It's brilliant. I love it. Um, then there's also just you can do thought experiments, you can do surveys, you can do polls, you can do interviews. Be open to the variety of ways that you can research your material. So there you go, 5 bat tips, and I forgot to bring my Batman out. I bought him specifically for this episode. This is Space Batman. Meet Space Batman. Space Batman, meet my audience. And by the way, if you look really close, it looks like Adam West. How cool is that? Anyway, he has a little helmet and he's got little bat wings that you can remove. It's really cool. That's my Batman, and I hope you have a bat-tastic bat day, and I will see you on Friday when I will be riffing off of The Monkees, my favorite band, and I will be giving you some groovy tips to create a book outline that sings. So I will see you on Friday. Friday, this airs at 9 o'clock a.m. Central Time on YouTube, and it goes live on my Facebook profile. I will see you then.